Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, when you feel value has been added, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and also share your thoughts in the comments section. And share with your friends and family. They benefit from crypto. They can. All right, let's dig into the news before we look at the charts for Bitcoins and then analyze it. So, in the news, SEC approves Teucrium's Bitcoin future ETF. This is huge because they filed their application under the what is that? There are two acts that they filed there under the Security Exchange Act of 1934. And that's different because than the Investment Company Act of 1940. And so this sets up the potential for spot ETF to be approved because if you approve, if the SEC approves it, the future ETF for that act, the companies that want the spot ETF can say, hey, why did you approve it for futures but not spot under this same act? So I think it's an interesting maneuver. So we want to stay tuned for that. Also, Bitcoin bulls may have to wait until 2024 for the next BTC price rocket stage, and this is according to Cointelegraph. And they did a story from a tweet that Peter Brandt highlighted. It was his tweet on April the 6th. Basically, he's saying that we may not get another huge blow off top until then. I'm not sure about the blow off top. I do agree to some extent that we may not see a huge rally for an extended period of time because of the macro environment. If the invasion of Ukraine goes extended and as it's anticipated to, that could have tremendous impact on the global economy and also the sanctions and all that stuff. The ripple effects of some of these actions or events we may not feel until like a year later. And so 2022, I don't think we're going to see a blow off top there. 2023, we will continue to feel the ripple effect of the events that are taking place right now. So to some extent, I do agree with him from a macro perspective. And I'll list these articles in my tweet. Also, I've always wanted to travel and pay strictly with Bitcoin, and El Salvador looks like the destination place to try it because they are the crypto capital as far as mandating vendors using crypto. And this article from Bloomberg, the reporter Michael McDonald, he went to El Salvador and he tried to pay everything with Bitcoin, and his struggle. He struggled. He struggled. Sometimes the network would be down. Sometimes he wouldn't get a receipt about, for paying a transaction. So like, it either didn't work or like he didn't know whether it went through or not. And so ultimately he resorted back to using, credit cards or cash, and that worked out. So it's interesting. Anytime you have a change in the a way of doing things, there's going to be a lot of frictions, and that's to be expected. But it was interesting to read about his experience, and you can find that at Bloomberg.com, and I'll list the you can find that there. All right, let's dive into the the charts and look at the current crypto market, Bitcoin's currently 43.2, 43.3, okay, and its dominance 41.38. Market's mostly red. Luna's dropping back close to $100. BNB is up 428.87. We got a few other green ones. Mana's up, etc. But overall, market's still red. But this is looking better than this morning. So let's go to the trading view charts here. This is the daily timeline, and let's take a look. So yesterday on my daily Bitcoin analysis, I mentioned that Bitcoin is more likely to range between 42.5 and 44.5, and it did that. You can see that here. 42.5 is roughly this line right here. I should highlight that, make it a little brighter for you, so you can see it. There you go. And let's take this one and reduce that down to a red because it's no longer a support. There we go. And now this becomes the support, the resistance. So now we have support green, resistance red. So yeah, it's been ranging in that area, like I was mentioning yesterday. So that's pretty cool that it came true. And Bitcoin remains below some critical areas. First of all, the middle basis line for the Bollinger Band here, this blue line. And like I mentioned yesterday, anytime it's been below that, it stays below that for 10 plus days. And so, and the top of the Bollinger Band currently is way up here, and is at 48.6.7 now, and the bottom right here is at you can see that right up here, 40.7. So it's just it's below the middle, and in between the middle and the bottom. Additionally, it's below the bull market support band, and it's also below the 200-day moving average where it couldn't break up above, and it's heading towards the 50-day moving average, which is currently at 41.8, which is right here. And so those are some critical things we want to keep track of. And again, yesterday it broke below the ascending triangle support, and that's major bearishness there. What else here? Volume is went back to being below the moving average, which is this white line here. We only had this day here in the last week, the way it broke above when it went with this tall descending bearish candle here. It broke volume above the moving average, but overall it's been remaining below the moving average. Let's go down to the white KDJ line here. It continues to trend down, but less of a sharp angle. It's more almost sideways, but still trending down here. It's at -6.9 when I did this chart. It's in the lower range. Lower range starts at 20, and it's below that. And if you notice back here, we can see that back at February the 21st, it went -11.2. So we got a little bit of ways to go, but you can see that's flattening out. More than likely it'll round off the bottom and then starts curving back up again. For the so I gave that a bear. The white MACD line here continues to trend below the red signal line and putting in the third bearish histogram bar. You can see the red bars here, and it's currently at, well, at least when I did this chart, 930 as far as the reading. I gave that a bear also. For the red RSI line, it was dropping down and then it flipped sideways. Well, it was slightly up, but now it's sideways. And it's reading at 47.88. And RSI, as you may know, 50 is its middle mark. So it's near its 50 mark, middle mark. and I gave that a bowl of crab, but it's more like a crab really. The blue CVD cumulative volume delta line did a similar move. It was trending down sharply, then flipped, and then it flipped slightly up to 1.82 million. I gave that a bull and a crab. The white momentum indicator, for the last 7 days or so, it's been dropping sharply, and then it now almost flipped horizontal, sideways, but still slightly a decline, a negative 3,664. I gave that a crab. Overall, this chart, I gave it a crab. What I think it's going to do is going to consolidate sideways right around where it's currently at, potentially wicking down to 42.5, towards 42.5, and wicking up towards 44.5. So we got about a $2,000 gap there that it can play within. Good time to trade the ranges here. Buy low, sell high, and repeat. Again, that's not financial advice, but when things are trading sideways, you want to earn as many satoshis as possible, right? Okay, let's take a look at the other charts. We got open interest, max pain. This is for options. For tomorrow is 45K. The 9th would be 44K predicted. 15th would be 45K. The 22nd would be 44K. And let's take a look at the heat map. Heat map, we currently have sell wall still up here at 50K. And price is currently right around this area, 43.4K here. Down below, we have some buy walls at 35, 32, 30, 25, 20. 21's coming in a little brighter here too. Let's look at the liquidation levels. It grew slightly, a little bit. It grew to negative 5.71, and this only measures, and it's on Binance, only measures the high leverage positions, 25x to 100x. Please don't ever do 25x to 100x. Please don't ever do anything above 2x. It's just insane. So what this level is, for those of you who may not know, feel free to check the links on the YouTube section or Twitter where I explain what this whole thing is about. Cumulative liquidation levels, delta. The delta means the difference. This is the difference from the amount of money, open interest, in the short levels up here minus the long levels. And the excess, that's what you get down here, negative 5.7 billion on Binance. So when it hits this level, sooner or later, price is going to move up and liquidate the shorts up here. So I'm not sure when that is going to happen. Typically, we have a period of consolidation, like for days, and then when boredom sets in, then it moves. So it happens so often. So we've only had like a day of consolidation. It might take more days to consolidate, and boom, it go up. People need to make money, so they'll take the opposing position because there's a high leverage in the shorts. They'll take the long position, a high leverage long position. They'll move to spot and start buying Bitcoin, and they'll drive the price up. And so when price goes up, it'll liquidate out the shorts. All right, market cap. We have currently it's see here. Market cap. Oh, it dropped. It was 2.1 trillion earlier this morning. Now it's 1.99 trillion, down 1.59. So looks like we got a lot of sell in the market. So that's pretty much it. Here's the additional prices for you. Towards the end of the month, we're looking at around 42K. For the 29th will be a critical day, because that day we have high open interest in the options. And so you want to pay close attention to that. So if you think about it, we're at 43.3K right now. So realistically, 42.5, yeah, it can range there and then drop to 42. Yeah, it could do that by the end of the month. And so, 2022 is going to be very much a range traded for Bitcoin. I don't see huge rallies. We're just going to see range, probably low 40s to upper 40s. But if we crash below 40, make sure you layer in and get some Bitcoins or other quality coins. I appreciate your time. This is my second video for the day. And feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts and share with your friends and family and get them involved in crypto so they can benefit from this huge revolution in finance. Peace. One more video, and that's Ethereum later today. Peace.